Good morning, students. I'm Dr. Harshita. I'll be taking up compensation management and reward system. It's a core HR subject which is entirely theory for 100 marks. So to start with, we'll just have an overview of the different modules which is there in the subject. See, in module 1, you will be learning about compensation. That is, what exactly is compensation and what is total compensation, total rewards, and advantages, disadvantages, and the components of all these. And also, you will be learning about different wage theories as well as the issues which are there in the compensation management. And in the second module, you will be learning about compensation management. What is compensation management? And also, you'll be learning about base of common compensation management and wage problems and wage payment methods as well as wage policies which is existing in India. And in the third module, we will be learning about wage determination practices in India. That is, how exactly the wages are defined or declared or formulated as per the levels, that is work experience level or the skill level or the education level in the organization or the company. And you will have various methods, and also here you will be learning about different reward policies, the reward management processes, and a brief about the institutions which are there for fixing this wages. Also, you will be learning about different terminologies, for example, related to pay, that is merit pay, incentive pay, deferred pay, taxes, retirement, and pay which is done according to the time which is invested by the employee in the organization, and also internal and external audit and different types of compensations you will be learning in detail. And in the fourth module, you will be learning about contingent pay and performance pay. That is, what are all the pay factors or the components which are there in the performance pay or the contingent pay. And also, you will learn different models which are there for competencies, as well as you'll be learning about competency based pay and skill based pay, term based rewards, different concepts regarding the pay system. In the fifth module, you will be learning about the administration and controlling salary cost and salary review. That is entirely about the salary. How do you frame it, or how do you control it, and also how the salary is being reviewed for the employees. You can go for online salary surveys, and how to budget your salary or planning your salary, controlling everything is included in this module. And coming to the last module, that is operating non-financial benefits. In this module, you will be learning about different methods to motivate employees. It might be through rewards or benefits or through compensation, which in turn helps the employees to be much more productive in the organization. And also, you will be learning about different types of non-financial benefits or rewards and how do they plan for it, and also how it will be affected to both the employee and the employer. Now, with starting with week 1, we'll be learning about module 1, some of the concepts of module 1 for this particular week. So, to start with, let me start with the introduction to compensation. So, what is compensation? Compensation is a tool which is used by management for various purposes in order to retain or recruit efficient employees. That is, it is nothing but the remuneration which the employee receives for the work or service he has provided to the organization. It may be in the term of wages or salaries or allowances or benefits or bonuses or paid leave which the employees generally get, as well as pension funds and stock options. And nowadays, in each and every company, they're making it open to the employees that if in case they perform well, they'll be given an option of shares, that is they can invest in the shares of the company, or they, a portion of shares of the company will be given to the employees for the work or for the productivity output they have given. And also, this compensation, it can be changed according to the industries or the market conditions, and as well as the business goals and objectives of that particular organization. See, here we can see why this compensation is being used. So it can be used to recruit and retain qualified employees, to increase or maintain satisfaction level of the employees, that is job satisfaction, and also to reward and encourage the performance. And in order to create, basic idea is to reduce the turnover, or to reduce the attrition rate of the employees. Now, let us move on to total compensation. See, we got to know what is compensation. Now, what is total compensation? See, the total compensation consists of all these things. It might be recognition and awards, or pension, or wellness schemes, or salary, or paid time off, or development, or benefits. So, total compensation is a document or a framed statement which gives employees about the entire pay package which is being given to them at the time of joining. And it will be yearly wise. You know, this compensation statement or package, whatever has been given, it will be and done annually, and it includes both direct and indirect compensation. See, students, we learned about compensation, and then compensation we have direct and indirect compensation. We'll be learning it later in the module. So when we go to total compensation includes both direct and indirect. See, again, if we move on to components of the total compensation, it basically consists of base wage. What is base wage? Is a basic fixed regular wages which is given to the employees for the work they perform. And again, see, depending upon the educational qualification, or the skills, or the performance you show up, or the productivity output you give in the company, it also changes, or modifies the base pay. So this is your base wage. Next, moving on, what do we have? See here, in the fixed wages, you have this, for example, see, signing bonuses, retention bonus, gratuities, and performance-based bonus. Next, going on to benefits. So what are all the benefits the employee can get? See, for example, here in the slide, as you can see, you have this employee allowances, or this social security, or meal vouchers kind of thing, or achievements or awards, or health allowances, pay scales, and all these things include your benefits. That is, it is a kind of non-monetary thing. See, if, for example, you might have heard this IT employers, they get this Sodexo meal passes, or the vouchers which they can use for shopping groceries or any other things in the supermarkets or hypermarkets. So these are the extra benefits which they get apart from their salary. Why? Because just to make sure they are much more happier or satisfied, which again improves their motivational level of doing or performing their job. And again, what are the benefits the employee might get from the employer? And it might be again the healthcare insurance, or dental insurance, or life insurance, and then employee assistance programs too, and vacation days. These vacations and all, they are given to particularly the senior level of employees. And the third category, the total compensation, comes to recognition and non-monetary benefits. So what exactly is this? See, when you give a proper, or you give a spectacular idea, or output in a day. So if the manager is very happy with you, then he might go with any kind of this reward. Like, it can be instantaneous, or it can be fixed priorly. See, for example, when you are in the IT companies, what they do, if the employee is extensively worked hard for that particular day and is very much he has shown the client, or he has made the clients happy, then what they do, they just give this pat on the back or some other similar kind of advantages or rewards. So again, this recognition and non-monetary benefits, these are again non-monetary, as the name says. That means that instead of money, they give this benefits just to make sure employees are happy. And it is one of the best way to compliment the employees. And the extra benefits or the recognitions and awards, maybe a service recognition award, or sending the family for a trip and booking the hotel rooms too, also giving free or discounted meals and social activities. Now let us move on to total rewards. So what exactly is total rewards? Total rewards consist of compensation as well as benefits as well as performance and talent management. So what is this exactly? See, we learned about a compensation and the different kind of benefits that can be given to the employees. So next is what? Performance and talent management. See, this point comes in account when there is scope for giving the training, that is for training and development for the employees in order to improve their productivity. So here total rewards consist of all kind of compensation or the pay whatever prescribed for the employee, as well as the different benefits which can be given to the employee. See, it's like they have this benefits, rewards, recognitions and all, which is almost common across the employees in an organization, but it again depends on the organization to give it to the employee at the right time. So these are just non-monetary benefits which make them uh, you know recruit efficient employees, or when employees are looking out for a job, obviously they'll have two or three orders in their hand, then they'll decide, see, okay, let me check with ABC organizations and then let me go. So at this point of time, when they see the offer letter which is given by the organization, if they find these benefits, it will just attract the employees, these kind of extra benefits. Some would have not written, some would have not considered at all, and some would have written it in the offer letter. So these kind of extra things, it adds on to the company's image, and the employee probably, he might be happy, thinking that, okay, fine, all these extra benefits, I should work hard, and there are chances of getting the efficient or best employees sometimes. So as I said, it's a combination of benefits, compensation, as well as rewards which the employee gets. And what is the importance of total compensation? What happens through this total compensation? Through this, we can boost employee loyalty and increase their productivity, which increases the productivity of the organization, and job satisfaction will be there for the employees. So again, total compensation under this, we have two types, that is direct and indirect. So direct is nothing but the basic wages or salary or any bonuses which they give, or the stock options. And indirect compensation is, see, they compensate for the work whatever they have done, but with non-monetary benefits. What are those non-monetary benefits? Like giving them breaks or vacations or holidays, or giving them extra leaves, medical leaves, insurance policies, and any employee assistance programs, or giving them some educational training development for their particular skills which they possess. Let us move on to this wages and salaries. So what are all these wages and salaries, and what are the different theories of wages? See, in the textbook they have given subscribed about the wage theory. So we'll be considering the following seven theories: subsistence theory, wage fund theory, surplus value theory, residual claimant theory, marginal productivity theory, bargaining theory, and behavioral theory. This will be dealt in detail in the class to the students along with example. And who started it, when it was started, and are these theories in use even in recent days. Now let us move on to compensation strategy. So what is compensation strategy? See, please don't get confused, okay? Because this subject, compensation and management and reward system, it is, see, entirely regarding the compensation, the pay, the rewards, everything which is centered around the employee. Again, whenever you go for this core HR subjects, you will have to keep in mind the basic concepts. If you're strong in that, then you can revolve around this, because HR basically it consists of recruitment, selection, compensation, payoffs, how well the employee is performing, his productivity, job satisfaction, motivation, organization productivity. So it will be linked to these concepts. So please try to understand or differentiate between the tech terminologies, that is compensation, total rewards. Now come into compensation strategy. So what exactly is strategy? The compensation strategy, again, it is one of the HR strategies. That is, it defines the position of the organization in the industry, and also this strategy consists of, or it has the following components. That is, the pay which is being given to the employee, and the benefits, and also the different career roles which the employee can possess. Fine. And when you are creating or you're formulating this compensation strategy, what are you supposed to do? The first thing is, please get the feedback from the employee. See, for example, you come to college daily, and the college will be, classes will be there from 8:30 to 4:30. Fine. So before telling you the timings that college will be working from 8:30 to 4:30, the for example, any principal of any of the institution for that matter, what he does, he just gets tries to get the feedback from the faculties or the teaching department or the students even, because he has to make sure the students are also happy, the faculties are also happy, senior management is also happy. So what he does, he might take the feedback from the all of these people, but it is again left to him to consider that feedback or not. So always ask the feedback from the employer, input from the employee, because if in case you do that, the employees will feel that, okay, see, the management is also caring for the concerns, and they have this attitude, or they have this gratitude of getting back to the employees, relating their uh, concerns or issues. So through this, employee loyalty towards the company obviously increases. Next is, you have to check whom your competitors are, and you have to set targets or goals for shorter periods, which can be attained, which again helps the employees' growth as well as the organization growth. And also allocate budget before going for compensation strategy. Why is it required to allocate budget? See, it means that you have some surplus reserve in your organization, and if you have to hire 2 or 3% instead of one, then at that time you should have extra reserves to pay to that employee. So this is how it works. And also you should plan for rewards and determine pay grades, confirm compliance, communicate about total compensation. Say if in case they give this question in a final exam paper, just make sure to remember these bullet points so that you can expand those points later. Now, let us move on to the importance of compensation strategies to the organization, or to the manager, or to the employees. So, this strategy helps the organization to manage personal expenses of the organization, and it also sets clear limits for the managers and employees too. And how it is important for managers, so they should always be informed about the existence of the compensation strategy, and they should know how it has been drafted or how it has been implemented. Again, this compensation strategy will not be given to students or the employees. Why? Because this strategy is, it is unique for each and every organization. They use this method or process in order to uh, fix the base compensation or base salary or base wage. So employee should not get to know how they are doing it, what they have done. Fine, later finally they'll be showing it to the employees. And coming to the importance to employees, what happens? See, compensation strategy, it shouldn't be informed to employees, as I told you. Why? Because it might lead or it might make the employees be demotivated. And let us move on to compensation philosophy. So what is this compensation philosophy? We learned about compensation strategy. Okay. So it is simply a formal statement documenting the company's position about employee performance or employee compensation. So again here, employee information and company's information with regard to the industry will be created or will be written in the compensation policy. And usually all these policies are being developed by the human resource manager, HR manager, or the HR analyst. And compensation policies should be, in a position to meet the organization's goals or objectives so that it drives them to the maximum productivity level. And next, let us move on what this compensation philosophies are aimed to. This compensation philosophy targets to attract people to join the organization or to motivate the existing employees to perform their best in the uh, organization, and also in order to retain efficient and effective employees in the team. And while drafting compensation philosophy, what are all the things that you need to consider? First thing is, what exactly is the company's financial situation? See, you need not make them understand each and every word which is written in the financial system. Current financial year, what is the turnover or what is the profit or loss? Last 3 years, what is the profit and loss? Then everybody will get to know about the particular company and their profit and loss theories, and also the compensation philosophy in whole. And what is compensation policy? See, this compensation policy is nothing but it is also a document which has all these compensation practices which are there in the organization listed out in the policy. So policy is, it's nothing but the statement or the document which has been approved by the organization or the higher management. So what do they do through this compensation philosophy? See, again here, it contains all the compensation components, right? Huh. So it might be direct compensation, indirect compensation, and different ways of compensation which we have learned. So what happens through these? It helps the employees to have a better image of the organization. So through this, the organization can reach up to the employees. So in the diagram, guys, you are seeing about the compensation policy. So what exactly is this? Once your strategy is formed, then only your policy comes into picture, right? So this may consist of pay policy, pay processes, benefits, and control framework. What exactly is this? So this compensation policy consists of the different pay or different salaries which is being given to the employees. And again, the process which they follow to give up the pays and the different benefits which have been specified in the document or the offer letter of the employee. And again, this entire framework, it again depends upon the employees and the employers. So, see, in this first module, that is week 1, we have learned something about the compensation. Now, it is my turn. So, students, anyone, can you explain me what is compensation and how it is different from organization to organization? See, for example, you have 2 3 organizations. You assume that you have brought it up well. So now when you want to interview or you want to go for selecting a person, efficient person for your team, so what you do, see, in that, what you have to do, you have to ask about, or you have to show off your compensation policy or compensation benefits, whatever you are offering to the candidate. Why? Because, see, the candidates, as I told you, whatever college is it or whatever organization they want to change, first thing which attracts them or which attracts any of the human beings for that matter, what it does, it attracts them. Means that, see, oh no, this company X, it has given me so many benefits which the other company is not providing. So according to each and every terms and conditions of the employees, the organization can't change the policies, right? So here in this we learned about basic things of compensation and also direct and indirect compensation. See, indirect compensation, it may be in many ways for that matter. Policies like life insurance policy, medical policies, fine, you're done with it. And again, it might include any rewards, recognitions. So how many of you want to get rewarded from the college when you pass out? With flying colors, obviously, when you get distinction marks. So probably you will have an added advantage for the campus selections, or you will always be remembered by the faculty telling that, oh no, this student, he was a very good student, or he has scored so and so in the exams as well as the internal. So wherever you go, try to put a impact on the people whom you work with, or whom you are working under, or who work under you. Because, see, it is like, they say that life is a circle. So whosoever you have worked under now, probably another 5 years down the lane, you would be working above him, that is, he would be below you. And again, it entirely depends upon the employee performance in the organization. Again, to finalize or to give the compensation to the employees, the organization, what they do when they're offering the offer letter, they give a clause, a compensation as per terms and conditions apply. So in the sense, what they do is, they make sure that the employees who are benefiting from this compensation thing, at least they should get it genuinely, rather than people who want it. These things will be given to the employees who are not in need of any compensation. So it again depends upon these two employees. So how well they work, how well they can utilize their resources, and how well they can get compensated for the work they do. And see, somewhere we read about allocating budget. So what exactly is this? See, in any of the companies or the organizations, there will be different teams, right? And different managers. And what it does is, one single team spread across in the department. So what it does, you have to allocate your budget with regarding to each and every minor things of the employees, what they do, not exactly checking their performance and what they do, and how well they are able to meet their target or deadline. So when you're allocating budget, you have to make sure these many people, employees are always productive, or always they don't give any answers, or they won't give any productivity work. So it is the same as with the students. If they are absent or if they are not taking up the class, what they do, the teacher will send them out, or they won't give attendance, or one more thing is they might get less marks in the internals or the organization, right? So it is up to you to keep up the good work in the organization. So in the week 2, that is next week, we will be learning about what all things regarding the compensation management. So what exactly is compensation management, and different methods of wage payment, and also national wage policies, that too which is existing in India, how it is affecting the organization, or how it is being benefited by the organization. So, compensation management, and also in the first module, what happens? We have learned till compensation policy. So, above that, you will have factors which can affect compensation, as well as the psychological contract. We'll be learning about that in the next class. It is quite interesting. You can just write it down regarding the different points, whatever been taught in the class. Just let me know if anybody have any questions, or else we can move to week 2 in the next class. So thank you very much, guys.